Welcome back to the Flow Life Podcast. I'm your host, Ashley, and I'm here to dive deep into the science of the mind, body, and spirit. If you've been following my last episode, you know I've explored the roles of cortisol and dopamine in our brain and body. But today, I'm taking it a step further. I'm going to explore awareness, acceptance, and action when it comes to our brain health, our anxiety, and yes, our gut health. This is how we truly heal within. I'm going to unpack how hormones like serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins influence our emotions and bodily functions. I'll also talk about how our gut is actually our second brain and why, if one is out of balance, the other suffers too. Plus, I'll be breaking down the foods you should avoid to maintain mental clarity, emotional stability, and an overall well being. Today's main focus is about taking those hard steps like awareness, acceptance, and action when it comes to our brain health. We all have some sort of anxiety and we love to eat good food, so digestion is at the top of our list of our overall well being. True healing starts within. One of the most overlooked parts of our health is our gut and brain connection. At the end of today's episode, I'm giving you a 7-day challenge that will transform your mind, body, and soul. So let's dive in. Well, I hope you all are doing amazing. I am so glad that you are here with me today. I want to start with talking about awareness. That is the first step to any sort of healing. If you're a human being living on this earth in 2025, maybe a lot of us are experiencing anxiety, brain fog, fatigue, or digestive issues. I mean, where we are today in the world, it's a really crazy place, but don't worry. I am going to let you know that there is hope for you, friend, okay? Couple of years ago, I got so consumed with what was going on in the world that it just took a toll over my mental and my physical health. Y'all, I hit rock bottom and I really had to come out of this dark space and focus on truly healing within. And so, I want to let you know that if you're out there, whatever you're going through right now, it's going to get better. It's easy to go through life and go through the motions of experiencing it all. And it's easy to miss that a lot of the symptoms that we are experiencing, they're all connected. Our brain and gut are constantly communicating with each other. And the key messengers are the neurotransmitters and our hormones. Did you know that your gut is your second brain? That's right. Your digestive system is home to over 500 million neurons, which constantly communicate with your brain throughout the brain gut axis. This means that whatever you eat, how you feel, and even your stress levels, they all impact your digestion. So, let's talk about what's going on inside your body. And don't worry, I won't get too nerdy with y'all, I'll keep it digestible. Serotonin is often called the mood stabilizer because it regulates your mood, your sleep, your digestion, and even your pain perception. What's truly fascinating is that about 90% of serotonin is made in your gut. That means if your gut is unhealthy, your serotonin levels may be low, which can lead to anxiety, depression, and sleep disturbances. Dopamine is known as the motivation and reward chemical. That's what fuels your drive, your pleasure, your focus, and even your movement. Your brain and gut, they work together to regulate dopamine levels. And when they're off, you might feel fatigued, unmotivated, or experience intense food cravings. Child, we done all been there, okay? Oxytocin, on the other hand, is the love and connection hormone. It creates feelings of love, trust, and emotional bonding, and it plays a key role in reducing our stress and lowering inflammation. Oxytocin is released through hugs, acts of kindness, and deep emotional connections. And this one is my ultimate favorite, endorphins. They are our body's natural painkillers. They work to reduce pain and they boost pleasure, helping us feel happier and more energized. One of the best ways to release endorphins is through movement, whether it's exercise, dancing, or even laughing. I'm telling you, one thing about me, y'all, is I love to exercise, dance, and laugh. Like, that's me all day, every day. And finally, our favorite friend is cortisol. This is our stress hormone. I've talked about this in the previous episode, but it's very important for keeping you alert and focused. But when your cortisol levels are too high for too long, it can lead to anxiety, weight gain, gut issues, and poor sleep. Digestion isn't just about breaking down food. It's a complex, full body process that starts before you even take a bite. The moment you see or smell food, your brain automatically sends signals to your digestive system, triggering your saliva production and preparing your stomach for digestion. Once you eat, food travels down your esophagus into your stomach, where enzymes and stomach acid break it down further. And then from there, nutrients move to the small intestines where they are absorbed in the bloodstream and then delivered to your brain, muscles, and cells. The large intestines then takes whatever's left, absorbing water and preparing waste for elimination. In other words, y'all need to make sure y'all are pooping daily, okay? There is no shame in pooping daily. But here's the key, y'all. Your gut doesn't just digest food. It produces hormones and neurotransmitters that affect your mood, your energy, and your mental clarity. About 90% of your serotonin, which is your happy hormone, is produced in your gut, not your brain. Ain't that crazy? I mean, think about it. That means that if your gut is inflamed or unbalanced, you'll likely experience brain fog, anxiety, mood swings, and even depression. Your gut isn't just responsible for digesting food, y'all. It's directly affecting your emotions. A lot of folks really miss this because they have no idea that their energy levels and their cognitive functions all are happening within the gut. Inside your gut are trillions of bacteria known as your microbiome. These help regulate your neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. But when your gut is inflamed or if it's out of balance, your brain is going to suffer. When your gut is struggling, you may experience low serotonin, which can increase your anxiety, your mood swings, and poor sleep. You might also deal with low dopamine, which causes the brain fog, the lack of motivation, and those sugar cravings. You want to avoid having high cortisol because in your gut, it causes inflammation, bloating, and digestive discomfort. So, to keep your gut and brain connection strong, you need to nourish your body with the right foods and avoid the ones that will disrupt it. In order to keep your gut brain connection strong, you need to nourish your body with the right foods and avoid the ones that disrupt this delicate balance. So, what did we learn with all the information that I just gave you? Your brain and gut are constantly sending signals back and forth. So, if you're stressed, if you're anxious, if you're overwhelmed, your brain is going to tell your gut to slow digestion, which is what is going to lead to your bloating, your constipation, or discomfort. This is why stress can literally make you feel sick to your stomach. On the flip side, if your gut health is poor due to processed foods, sugar, or inflammatory oils, or lack of fiber, it can also trigger to chronic inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and mental fatigue. This is why healing must be holistic. When you feed your gut properly, you're supporting your brain, your hormones, and your energy levels. Hey, now is it starting to make sense? Like it's all a part of the cycle of life. Like your whole body, all your organs, they have a system going on that you know nothing about. You're over here trying to worry about the outside world and these external factors. And meanwhile, your body and brain is trying to do its thing on top of dealing with you. It's crazy when you think about it, but it's totally fascinating. So, I want to transition into some foods to avoid when it comes to having a healthy brain and a healthy gut. Now, I am not here to tell you what you can or cannot do. I just want to share some things that have personally helped me. And if you want a sharp, focused mind and a balanced mood, these are some foods to eliminate or drastically reduce from your diet. For starters, we're going to ditch the refined sugars and artificial sweeteners. These things spike your blood sugar, they increase inflammation, and they disrupt your dopamine regulation, which leads to your brain fog, anxiety, and energy crashes. Secondly, processed food, fast food, or any bioengineered food. Okay, these are high in trans fats and preservatives. They damage your gut microbiome and they increase your cortisol levels, which contribute to having a poor digestion and those mood swings. This one really took me through a loop because I have to look at every single food that I'm eating. Now, this one was a real shocker for me. Seed oils. I'm talking about the oils that we are cooking with. Make sure you are avoiding any type of seed oils. I'm talking canola oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, like any seed oils. There's a ton out there, but make sure you're reading your labels. But avoid seed oils at all costs. These are highly inflammatory and they can negatively impact your brain functions and your hormone regulation. And then gluten. For those sensitive to it, like myself, I've experienced gut inflammation from gluten and seed oils. And so these things, believe it or not, they contribute to depression, anxiety, and autoimmune issues, especially dairy. Y'all, I love my chips and queso, but I gotta ease up on the dairy. I feel like dairy is the thing that I struggle with a lot. Like, I have been able to cut out the sugars, the artificial sweeteners, the processed food, the fast food, the seed oils, gluten, but y'all, dairy, I am still struggling. Every day I'm working to get better, but dairy also is a big factor that causes bloating and gut irritation, especially for those who are sensitive, like myself, as well as caffeine. We want to avoid caffeine as much as possible, unless we're talking natural foods that contain caffeine, like green tea. Though that's cool, you can go ahead and get your green tea on. I love drinking tea, y'all, but if I do anything with caffeine, green tea is the only thing that I am putting inside my body. But small amounts of caffeine, it can be beneficial, but too much caffeine overstimulates our cortisol and it disrupts our sleep. And we want to get away from that because that also leads to anxiety and fatigue. And then alcohol. I have not drank any alcohol going on 2.5 years. By July, it'll make 3 years, y'all. So I'm super proud of that. But I've realized that alcohol really disrupts the gut microbiome and it can deplete our serotonin levels, which leads to increased stress and poor sleep. I know it's hard out there, y'all. Trust me, no shame in your game. I'm not here trying to call you out. I'm just here to provide you with the resources. All right. I used to love drinking my red wine, y'all. Like having a glass of wine would really just, set the mood, put on my jazz music. But y'all, alcohol is really it's not good. It's not good for your body. It ages you quicker and it's just not good. By eliminating these foods and focusing on whole, nutrient dense meals, you'll be able to create an environment where your brain and gut can thrive together in perfect harmony. I want you to realize that you need to embrace where you are. That's part of acceptance. You need to accept that healing it takes time and every step forward matters. In the Bible, in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, it says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Renewing of your mind, it really starts with accepting where you are today while committing to growth. So, no matter what struggles that you're facing, whether it's stress, gut issues, or emotional imbalances, I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not stuck, and healing is possible. I am a living, breathing, walking testimony of that. Now, here's the fun part. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to reset your gut brain connection with these simple steps. I'm giving you a 7-day challenge, y'all. So grab your journals and write this down. So you're going to make a list, number 1 through 7. Number 1, I want you to start your day with gratitude. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And if you're even feeling good about it, you can explain and write why you're grateful for those things. Number 2, I want you to fuel your body with one gut friendly meal daily. I want you to add in fiber, fermented food. I want you to add in some leafy greens, some colorful fruits and vegetables in your diet. Number 3, I want you to move your body for at least 20 to 30 minutes daily. Whether you're taking a brisk walk, you're strength training, stretching, or doing a full workout, yoga, Pilates, whatever, movement is going to boost your dopamine in a positive way. Your serotonin and your endorphins, they're your natural mood lifters. So even if you're just walking alone, walking will lower your cortisol levels. It will reduce your anxiety and improve your digestion by stimulating your gut motility. And even better, y'all, walking outdoors. I know the pollen is out here being real ghetto. It's all in our business, all in our cars, all on the streets. But if you can go outside without your allergies affecting you too much with this pollen, make sure you can get outside, get some sun in your face, walk outdoors in the sun to increase that vitamin D so that that can also help support your brain function and your immune health. Number 4, you're going to reduce your screen time before bed. So, no blue lights. Put your phone down. Before you go to bed, put your phone on Do Not Disturb at least 2 hours before you're going to bed. Blue light disrupts your melatonin and your sleep. Y'all, putting my phone on Do Not Disturb has been the best thing I could have ever done for not only my physical health, but my mental health, y'all. I legit will keep my phone on Do Not Disturb all day, unless, I'm expecting to take care of some business. But y'all, at least practice this during this week, y'all. I would say 3 hours, but I know that it's gonna be hard for some of you guys. So go ahead and start off with 2 hours before you go to bed. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. But if you're feeling really, you know what I'm saying, if you really up for the challenge, baby, go ahead and put your phone on Do Not Disturb for 3 hours before you go to bed. And I'm telling you, you're gonna see how you are going to transform your life within these 7 days. All right, number 5. So I want you to take 5 minutes daily for either deep breathing, prayer, or some sort of meditation. Connecting with your breath and quieting your mind, it really helps regulate your nervous system, y'all. So we are going to lower our cortisol and bring mental clarity. And if you're not sure where to start, I've got you, friend. I have a bunch of guided meditations available on my podcast that you can browse and listen to whenever you need a moment of peace and restoration. I got you, friend. And number 6, we're going to show kindness to ourselves. I want you to focus on speaking kindly to yourself. Give yourself some encouragement. Look in the mirror and say words of affirmation. You deserve love. You deserve love. And before you can go out and extend that love and that kindness to other people, you got to first give it to yourself, friend. So I need you to show yourself kindness for the next 7 days. No negative self talk. We're going to only be doing positive self talk, words of affirmations, and you're going to be giving yourself grace while still committing to the 7-day challenge. And lastly, number 7, you're going to meditate on a scripture that brings you peace. So for the next 7 days, you can either keep the same Bible scripture for the next 7 days, or if each day you want a new Bible scripture, go ahead and have a new Bible scripture for each day. And if you don't know where to start in the Bible, be sure to join my 365 daily bread. I do a morning devotion. If you follow me on Instagram, flowlife_podcast, click the link in my bio. Every morning, I am doing a morning devotion. I'm giving you a Bible scripture, a prayer, some journal entries, and I'm also giving you a song of the day. So that's for you, boo. That's for you. All these things you can do for the next 7 days. They are not going to cost you a dime. It's not going to cost you no money. All it's going to do is cost you some time, and I guarantee you are going to see an investment if you commit to the next 7 days of doing this challenge. I really want to emphasize that engaging in regular physical activity and incorporating meditation into your daily routine, it can profoundly enhance your mental and your physical well-being. And exercise not only supports your physical health, but it also plays a crucial role in your mental clarity and your emotional balance. Activities, super simple, like walking and stretching, or even if you want to participate in more vigorous exercises, those are all going to stimulate your digestion. They're going to reduce your stress hormones, and they're going to improve your circulation throughout your body. This movement every day is going to activate your gut brain connection, signaling your body that it's safe to digest and it's safe to heal. By engaging in regular physical activity, you are affirming to yourself that I am strong, I am capable, and I am healing. Complementing physical movement with meditation and breath work offer additional benefits to your body. And if you got some excuse that you don't have time in your day, baby, all you need is 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day for deep breathing, 5 minutes a day for prayer, 5 minutes a day for mindfulness. That is what's going to lower your cortisol levels and enhance your digestion and reset your nervous system. And then I want you to gradually work your way up from 5 minutes to 10 minutes to 15 minutes to 20 minutes. All right. These practices are going to reduce your body's stress response, which is going to promote a state of relaxation that's going to support your overall health. And if you're seeking guidance, I have a selection of guided meditations available on my podcast designed to help you release stress, center yourself, and align with a sense of peace that I mentioned earlier. When you integrate both movement and meditation into your daily life, you are going to foster a balanced mind and body connection, paving the way for your improved health and well being. My friends, I want you to remember that healing is a journey, one that requires awareness, acceptance, and action. And when you align your mind, body, and spirit, true transformation begins. The Bible reminds us in Psalms chapter 139, verse 14, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You were created for health, joy, and resilience, my friends. Never forget that. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Flow Life Podcast. If today's episode spoke to you, subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode. Follow me on social media for more inspiration. And if today's episode blessed you, leave a kind review. It helps more people find this message. Share this episode with a friend or family member who you think needs to hear it. I can't wait to hear how this 7 day transformation impacts you. So be sure to DM me, tag me, and share your progress. I'll be back next time with even more tools to help you heal and thrive. And before we go, I want you to repeat after me. Action leads to change. Acceptance and awareness are the first step. Stay blessed and stay balanced. And until next time, remember that you too can flow through this thing called life. Check you next time.